Imagine that fall air, crisp, invigorating, that smell of turning leaves. It's more than just pumpkin spice. Fall transforms things. And what if it could take something already beautiful, like historic architecture, and make it, well, unforgettable? That's what we're diving into today, historic architecture tours in fall. We're looking at an article from Mindful Living, which argues pretty strongly that autumn is the time for this. So our mission here is to unpack why fall creates this magic. And we'll explore some specific U.S. cities where you can really see America's architectural heritage shine in its best seasonal light. Think of it as your shortcut to planning an amazing trip. Okay, so let's unpack this. Why does autumn elevate these tours from just, interesting to something more? The article is really confident about this transformation. Let's start with the obvious one. Comfortable temperatures.
Right. It seems simple, but it's huge.
Exactly. Think about trying to appreciate, say, an intricate Victorian facade when it's 90 degrees out. You just rush past.
Right.
Looking for shade.
Or freezing in the winter, just wanting you to get back inside. You can't really linger. You can't absorb the details.
But fall, that mild weather lets you pause. You can really look, take photos, listen to the guide. You're not fighting the elements. You can actually connect with the building.
It allows for that deeper engagement, definitely.
And then there's the lighting. This is where I think it gets really interesting. The fall lighting.
Ah, yes, the golden hour effect.
Kind of. But it feels like it lasts longer in autumn, doesn't it? The sun's lower, the light is warmer, more diffused. It's incredibly flattering.
It really is. And it interacts differently with materials. Brick looks warmer, marble glows, stone textures pop.
Details that get washed out in harsh summer sun or look stark in winter, they suddenly have this depth. You see the craftsmanship.
What's fascinating here is how that seasonal atmosphere adds this dramatic quality, almost narrative. We'll take Gothic-inspired buildings, those soaring lines, the intricate details. That warm, soft autumn light doesn't just light them up. It complements their drama. It makes them feel more evocative, maybe heavier in a good way.
So it's more than just practical comfort. It actually enhances the aesthetic experience.
Exactly. It's like the building itself is breathing differently in that light. It connects the practical with a deeper appreciation.
And speaking of practical, there are other concrete advantages too. For example, generally fewer crowds.
Oh, that's a big one, especially at popular landmarks.
Right. You're not elbowing people for a photo. You can actually step back, take it all in. It feels more intimate.
And fewer crowds often means more availability for those specialty tours, the small group ones that really dive deep.
Good point. Plus, a lot of historic homes get into the spirit with seasonal decorations or special events. Adds another layer of charm.
Harvest themes, maybe some spooky lantern tours later in the season.
And then visually, there's the fall foliage. It creates this incredible natural frame for architectural photos. Every corner can look like a postcard.
That contrast between the built environment and the vibrant natural colors is really striking.
Okay, so the advantages are clear. Comfortable weather, amazing light, fewer people, extra seasonal touches. Where should we actually go to experience this?
The grand tour. Where to start?
Let's start in Boston. Revolutionary roots and Victorian elegance. The article basically says Boston feels designed for fall tours. It's so compact, so walkable.
It really is. You can cover so much architectural history on foot.
Picture the Freedom Trail, that red brick path, those colonial buildings. Now imagine them framed by golden leaves with that crisp air. The light softens the brick, brings out its texture.
And Boston tells such a clear story of America's architectural evolution in just a few blocks. You go from sturdy, practical revolutionary structures,
right, like the old State House,
to these ornate Victorian gems in Back Bay or Beacon Hill. You see the history unfolding.
So specifics for Boston, definitely the Freedom Trail tours. That's 2.5 miles, 16 sites. And then you've got Back Bay and Beacon Hill tours for those amazing brownstones and Victorian homes.
Imagine early morning light hitting those Beacon Hill brick facades with the fall colors all around. Just stunning photo opportunities.
And you mentioned seasonal activities, lantern tours of burial grounds, harvest events at historic houses. Adds a whole different vibe.
Definitely. Boston really leans into its history, especially in the fall.
Okay, let's shift gears completely. Head to Chicago. Modern innovation and skyscraper spectacle. Totally different feel from Boston.
Oh, absolutely. Chicago is a living museum of modern architecture. Glass and steel, innovation.
And the article mentions the Chicago River cruises. Visualizing the fall colors reflecting on the water alongside those massive skyscrapers.
Wow. The river cruises are essential in Chicago. They give you perspectives you just can't get from the street, especially for understanding how those buildings relate to each other and the city plan.
And fall means clearer skies usually, right? Better viewing.
Exactly. Perfect conditions for appreciating the scale and detail. The Chicago Architecture Center River Cruise is the classic 90 minutes over 50 landmarks, really knowledgeable docents.
But Chicago isn't just skyscrapers. There's Frank Lloyd Wright, too.
Right, the Frank Lloyd Wright home and studio. The birthplace of the prairie-style horizontal lines connecting with the landscape. Very different, very influential.
And Art Deco.
Chicago has a fantastic collection from the 20s and 30s. An Art Deco walking tour is a must. And don't forget the Historic Skyscrapers tour, learning how they rebuilt and innovated after the Great Fire.
Best time to go. The article suggests mid-October.
Yeah, usually peak colors then, before it gets properly cold. It's a great window.
All right, heading south now to Charleston. Southern grace and romantic details. The article calls this maybe the most romantic backdrop for fall tours.
I can see why. Those pastel-colored homes, the wrought iron balconies, they look incredible in that softer autumn light.
The light brings out the subtle color variations, right? And the shadows highlight the intricate ironwork.
Precisely. Details that can look a bit flat in the harsh summer sun really come alive. And crucially, fall means relief from that intense humidity.
Ah, yes. Makes walking tours actually pleasant.
A huge difference. You can stroll and enjoy it.
And connecting this to the bigger picture, Charleston's architecture tells a unique story, doesn't it?
It really does. It's this amazing blend of English-Georgian styles, think symmetry, classical proportions mixed with Caribbean influences.
Like the raised foundations and wide porches.
Exactly. Adaptations for the climate. It created something uniquely Charlestonian, and it's so well preserved.
So must-sees. The Nathaniel Russell House is mentioned, federal style, amazing interiors.
Absolutely stunning. And the Historic Charleston Foundation tours are great because they often get you into multiple private homes.
And an unexpected bonus, camellia is blooming in November.
Yeah, they start appearing in the gardens, adding these pops of color against the architecture. You can also spot some Mediterranean revival influences adapted for the South. It's fascinating.
Okay, let's jump across the country. San Francisco. Fog-free views and Victorian vibrancy. The article mentions a rare treat here in fall.
Clear skies.
Right. The famous fog often takes a break, so you get these stunning views of the architecture against bright blue skies. Apparently, the painted ladies really pop.
They absolutely do. That consistent, clear light is perfect for photographing those colorful Victorians. And then you have the hills.
The topography, yeah, makes for dramatic views.
It creates unique design challenges and amazing viewing opportunities. And fall's reliable weather makes climbing those hills, frankly, much more enjoyable.
Easier to appreciate the architecture when you're not battling fog or steep climbs in bad weather.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you see interesting adaptations, like how they translated styles like Cape Cod for an urban, hilly West Coast setting.
So obviously the Painted Ladies tour at Alma Square is iconic. What else?
Definitely explore the Mission District. You've got historic churches right alongside amazing modern murals. It's a different kind of architectural story.
And the density is key, right? Lots of different styles packed close together.
Mm-hmm. Victorian, Art Deco, postmodern.
Mm-hmm.
You can walk through architectural history in just a few blocks. It's very rewarding.
Okay, last stop on our tour. Washington, D.C. Monumental grandeur and neighborhood charms.
D.C. in the fall is pretty special.
The article talks about the monuments on the National Mall, surrounded by trees turning bright orange and red. That contrast between nature and the neoclassical geometry must be something.
It really is. Those stark white marble buildings against the vibrant foliage. It's a sight you don't get any other time of year.
But the expert point here is that D.C. is more than just the monuments, right? It's a city of distinct neighborhoods.
Absolutely. And fall is perfect for exploring them on foot. You find these fascinating contrasts like charming Tudor-style homes in residential areas.
With the steep roofs and timbering.
Right. A world away from the formal government architecture downtown. It shows the city's layers.
So specifics in D.C., the U.S. Capitol Visitor Center for the history and symbolism there.
Definitely. And an Embassy Row walking tour is fantastic for seeing diverse international styles. Georgetown Historic Home Tours for that beautiful federal period architecture.
And sometimes special access to buildings in the fall.
Occasionally, yeah. Fewer crowds can mean opportunities that aren't available in summer. And that golden hour light.
Ah, The light again, transforming the marble.
It turns those white monuments into these warm, glowing structures. Really beautiful for photos, especially against the autumn sky.
Okay, so we've toured the country architecturally. This brings us to the practical side. For someone listening who's inspired to go, what does this all mean for planning and capturing the beauty? Let's start with photography tips.
Timing is crucial for photos.
Right. Schedule tours for early morning or late afternoon. That golden hour light really is the best. It brings out textures.
And don't just snap the building. Think about composition. Use the fall foliage to frame it. Add that seasonal context.
Good point. Look for reflections too. Windows, puddles maybe, water features. Adds a creative element.
And focus on details. A doorway, some decorative stonework, maybe with some fallen leaves nearby. Tells a little story.
Some places even offer photography-specific tours, right? Which might pause longer at key spots.
Yes, those can be great if photography is a major goal. But beyond the photos, good planning just makes the whole experience better.
It really does, especially if you want specific tours or need to time it with peak foliage. So, practical planning tips. Book ahead, especially for popular cities like Boston or DC, maybe 4 to 6 weeks in advance.
At least, especially for those smaller, more sought-after tours.
Try to book accommodation within walking distance of the main architectural areas you want to see. Saves time, keeps you immersed.
Definitely. And research the peak fall foliage timing for your specific destination. It varies.
Pack layers. That fall weather can change throughout the day.
Essential. Cool mornings, warm afternoons, chilly evenings.
Maybe allow some buffer days for weather, or just stumbling onto something unexpected you want to explore more.
Always a good idea. Serendipity is part of the fun.
And consider combining tours with seasonal events, harvest festivals, Halloween stuff. Adds another dimension.
Makes it a richer cultural experience overall.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, it feels clear that fall architecture tours are, well, more than just looking at pretty buildings.
Much more. They offer this unique way to connect with history, design, and the beauty of the season all at once.
It's a richer experience somehow.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, these tours link us to our shared past. Walking those streets, seeing those structures, it gives you a real sense of continuity of perspective.
That makes sense.
And fall's beauty just provides this perfect, almost poignant backdrop for making those connections. It encourages you to look closer, maybe feel things a bit more deeply.
A perfect backdrop. I like that. So a final thought for everyone listening. What stories might be waiting for you in your own local architecture? Especially as autumn starts to work its magic right where you are. Maybe grab your camera, put on some comfortable shoes. Your fall adventure, steeped in history and maybe bathed in some of that golden light, is out there waiting.